Okay, I just thought I'd read Proverbs 31 to do with the virtuous wife section for those that are women that are wondering what's the best path, and I can guarantee you that this is the best path, and not sleeping with guys and stuff on the first off. You know, make sure that you test your man, and you've got like channels like RC Blake's that are pretty good as well for queen mentality and stuff, because it's just going to cause you a lot of pain if you go down the traditional popularist secular route of sleeping with people too soon. Okay, the virtuous wife. Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, so he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. In other words, she's not like playing mind games or ignoring him or whatever, but you do have to have like a guy that's like lined up in Christ, and this is where a woman and a man who sees on the same line are quite powerful and long lasting in their relationship as well. But you must test them to find these qualities, and also you have to have them in yourself. If you've got a lot of emotional baggage, you really have to sort that out with Christ first. Okay, she seeks wool and flax and willingly works with her hands. She's like the merchant ships, she brings her food in from afar. She also rises while it's yet night and provides food for her household and a portion for her maid servants. So in other words, this woman is like selfless, and like when you're in the position where you've got children and stuff, you sort of learn the skill to put them first before everyone, you know. Well, put them before yourself, in other words. So you're concerned about your family first and foremost before going out and doing your own thing or whatever. She considers a field and buys it. From a profit she plants a vineyard. She girds herself with strength and strengthens her arms. In other words, you know, she's like ready to like pull her sleeves up and get mucked in, you know, with a partner to get things done. You know, whether that's like feeding chickens, decorating, which is traditionally the man's role, but it's whatever that's worked out between them. She perceives that her merchandise is good, and her lamp does not go out by night. In other words, she's always like got Christ on her mind, and you know, like the light and stuff like that, and she's always centred to him. She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hands hold the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor. Yes, she reaches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household is clothed with scarlet. I think that means like Christ's blood, you know, like Christ is in her, and she's looking after them, you know, like in his love, in his protection. She makes tapestry for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates. That's a guy that's like fully respected for his knowledge and wisdom and stuff like that, and probably other men come to him for advice, and he's a good upstanding person in the community. When he sits among the elders of the land, she makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies sashes for the merchants. Strength and honour are her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She watches over the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, as he praises her. Many daughters have done well, but you excel in them all. Charm is deceitful, and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. So it's not Proverbs 31 woman. It's not someone who just wears a short skirt. She's not that kind of woman, and like is like out for sort of vanity and stuff like that. She's a woman of substance, and you know, like this woman is somebody who doesn't have the vanities of like the secular society and stuff. She's kind to the core and goes out her way, you know, and puts more or less everyone first before herself. And in turn, they look after her. So, and this kind of woman isn't like occupied with the beauty all the time. You know, it's good to be beautiful and attractive and all that, but she puts like everything that's practical first. She always girdles herself with God, you know, and like runs everything throughout her day through Him. She's practical, you know, like she can like sew. That's if it's your skill, but you've probably got like all sorts of skills of your own that you can jam together, and like just generally helps a partner, you know, like keep it all together. So that's what a Proverbs 31 woman looks like, and I'm trying to get there. Still got like some things I've got to work through, so just thought I'd put that up. Thank you.